Welcome to this week's exhibit pack update. Here you're seeing Cedar and Rowan on one of their first more substantial snowfalls of the year. We only had an inch or two, but it was enough on the ground for them to really kind of experience that first snowfall and all of the excitement and energy that comes with that. In this clip, you can see Cedar doing what we call obnoxious submission towards Kaz. This is a behavior that's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a display of submissiveness that is overly excited and just obnoxious in general. It tends to have a lot of pawing and licking and ride ups, jumping on the other individual, and it will usually result in dominance over that submissive wolf. So here you're seeing Grayson do a correction to Cedar in response to that obnoxious submission. Rika approaches after hearing this commotion, and her and Grayson share a bit of a social moment of greeting. Kaz then does a little bit of obnoxious submission of his own towards Grayson by pawing at his head. Grayson seems to kind of ignore this, and him and Rika kind of continue their social moment with a little bit of light jaw sparring as Cedar and Rowan continue to wrestle in the snow nearby. Obnoxious submission is pretty common by pups and juvenile wolves, but we also see it with our adults during moments of high energy or excitement. In this clip, Blackstone is just a little too enthusiastic with that obnoxious submission. He does a little ride up there and jumps a bit on Grayson's back. You can see and hear him do a correction towards Blackstone in response. A lot of times, write-ups can be an indication of testing for dominance, but it's really important to read the whole context of the situation. So, for example, here, Blackstone is clearly very excited to greet. There's a lot of muzzle licking and just overall submissive body posture. So, in this context, that write-up would just be part of that obnoxious submission. Here, Blackstone is doing a lot of defensive behaviors, including some lip curls, snapping, and yelping. This is in response to Rika's focus on him. You can see her doing a lot of dominant behaviors, like directly staring at him. She has her hackles up, and she's doing what is called a T block, where one wolf blocks another by standing in front of them. Rika is the dominant female, so this isn't really anything out of the ordinary for typical ritualized dominance, but you can see Cedar joining in as well. There he does a little chin rest on Blackstone. You can tell he's not as committed to continuing this dominance as Rika is, but we've definitely been noticing this little alliance between Rika and Cedar, and they seem to have a shared interest in doing a lot of ritualized dominance over their pack's lowest ranking male. This will be very interesting to watch as we go into winter. We'll definitely be closely monitoring, the pups' interactions with the adults, especially keeping an eye on Cedar and Blackstone to see how this evolves. We also wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who was able to donate this past Give to the Wolves Day. We raised over $124,000 by almost 500 separate donors. Thank you all so much for your incredible support. If you're looking for more ways to help, or if you weren't able to join during this Give to the Wolves Day, we have added a couple of additional items onto our Chewy wish list, as well as our Amazon wish list. So if you have any interest in that, the link to that will be in the description of the video. Thank you all again, and we'll see you in the next video.